Hello, everybody, and thank you so much for joining us today on Deborah Kobylt Live. I have a delicious guest in studio with me today. But first, before I get to her, I'd like to thank Alex Michelson over at Fox 11 News and Christine Devine. I was part of a very interesting panel last night over at Fox 11, and we were watching the Democratic debate, and then we were analyzing it after the show. It was really actually a lot of fun, interesting to hear the different views and how I interpreted something and the next gal or guy. So I'd like to thank them both very, very much for an interesting evening, and I hope you'll get a chance to take a look at it. I put it up on my Facebook page, and it's also over on Fox 11 on their live feed. Okay, now to our guest. Fiona, I am so honored to have you here. Cooking with Fiona. Thank you, and a shout out to Joanne Mosconi, your neighbor and friend, for introducing me to you. And thank you for being on our show.
Thank you for having me.
For
an honor.
Yes, for those of you who don't know Fiona, right now, or better yet, when we're done, go to her Instagram page, because some of what she's done is so extraordinary. I still can't figure out how she's done it, right?
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about you, Fiona. How did you start? First of all, lift just something up here so we could just show our guests.
Well, what I do,
Yes, what you do. And I'll be eating lunch in the meantime.
So I make beautiful pasta with fresh herbs and...
No, let's put this one out.
Okay.
What is this here that we're looking at? For goodness sakes.
So these are fresh pasta. They smell amazing. The green is with parsley and garlic, and the yellow is with roasted peppers. The black is with charcoal, activated charcoal. So I make all my pasta, and I have blue that I make
How do you get the blue color?
The blue is spirulina, which is a superfood.
Wow.
Really good for you. As you're eating your lunch, do you taste any of the flavor changing the pasta?
No, and what's interesting is there's a little black pastas, which I think are gorgeous, and you said that's charcoal.
Yes, activated charcoal.
Here's what's interesting. Okay, she's got pink here. In fact, why don't we go to a couple of photos? There's one. Now, that is pasta. What's in that spaghetti?
So we have green. It's either spinach or parsley. The pink is dragon fruit. The yellow is roasted carrots, and the yellow, it's the basic pasta dough. So I incorporate a lot of roasted vegetables and herbs in my pasta. So the green that you see, the green pasta probably has about 5 to 6 cups of fresh spinach in it. So you are,
Wow.
That photo has... a lot of fresh edible flowers in it. You can see it. That
is amazing to me.
The ravioli.
What are we looking at? The different color raviolis.
Yes.
How did you make each one? And then we have some videos too that we can. How do you do this, Fiona? You're pretty much self-taught too, aren't you?
Pretty much. I watched a couple of pasta videos. Thomas Keller was the first one that he inspired me. I watched his video. And from there, I learned how to do the basic pasta dough, and then I was obsessed. I wanted to make this spinach pasta one day, and I didn't have spinach, so I had parsley. I'm like, okay, Italian food does have parsley in it, so I threw the parsley in, and garlic.
Lots of garlic.
And lots of garlic.
I'm not a garlic person. I've
you
said that
have
to
it in there.
I know. I taste just a dash.
Yes.
Sometimes people cook with a little too much garlic, but just a dash. But let's go back for a moment to that ravioli.
Yes.
I think it's so stunning. The different colors. So when you're making your dough,
yes,
right, you then put what in it? Remember, I'm someone who's not exactly America's greatest cook.
Oh, yes. So for green, I put spinach in, or parsley. For the yellow that you see there, I put turmeric in there. Fresh turmeric or turmeric powder. For the orange, sometimes I put paprika in there. That brings the orange out, or roasted carrot, depends. And for the purple, I do roasted beets. Beautiful colors. You can get red, and a little blue with blueberries, so to make the purple. Yes, red. And so you kind of, play around with your vegetables and herbs, and you mix them in with the eggs, and you throw it in the dough, and boom, magic happens. It's
So
really nice.
in a few minutes, we're actually going to go and we'll have some videos.
Mm.
But first, I just want to back it up a little bit, okay?
Yes.
Who are you, Fiona? Where were you born? How did you make it out here to Malibu? You have 3 children and you're very happily married.
Yes.
How did you get into doing this?
Well, I'm a mom of 3.
Mm-hmm.
I have 2 beautiful daughters and a son, and an amazing husband that is so supportive with whatever that I want to do.
That's everything.
Yes, it is. So, how did I get here? I'm a computer science major. So I went to school in England. I studied that. Graduated, came here, got married a few years after, met my husband.
Weren't you married after just 3 months of meeting your husband?
Yes, 3 months.
That's pretty amazing. And you're still married all these years later.
30 years, yes.
You just
30
knew,
years.
right? It was like,
You just know.
this is the guy.
This is the guy.
This is the gal.
And that was the guy, yes.
Wow.
Amazing. So I had to put computers away, and I was always very creative. So I did go into the flower business. I got my creative side out of that for 5-6 years.
Wow, you had children.
While I had 2 of my children. Then the third one came, I had to quit flowers because it was really labor intensive.
But what did you do with flowers? Obviously floral arrangements.
Yes, it got so big. I did a lot of weddings, a couple of times a week, and then I did corporate events. I was just so busy out of the garage in my house. It was so much fun.
Isn't that how all the best businesses start? Honestly.
Yes. It was all love. I was never money hungry. Thank God.
I think that's very important. I am also someone who is not money hungry.
Yes.
I ended up doing well in life,
Yes.
but that was never, ever my goal. And I think sometimes if you do something out of love,
Yes.
because you enjoy it, I enjoy telling people stories,
Yes.
plain and simple.
Yes.
You're very creative with flowers and with what you make.
Mm-hmm.
But you told me that there's a very well-known club here in California called the Jonathan Club.
Yes.
It's downtown LA. That one's a little more formal. And the one over here at the beach is a little more informal. But they do events all the time.
Yes, they
so
do.
they saw your work.
They saw my work and
Your
the
flower
catering.
work,
Yes, the catering manager picked it up from there.
Wow.
And once she show interest, I just sent her bouquets 3 weeks in a row, and she's like, "Okay, Fiona, come on over, do something for me."
That's great.
And
And you
then-
became part of their
Contract.
contracts. Yeah, when
Yes.
they had big parties. That's
Yes,
great.
it was amazing.
Did you
It
do
was
each
really-
one yourself?
Pretty much. I would get up at 2:00 in the morning, go to the flower mart. I had to pick everything that I arranged because it was so close to my heart. And
I believe in that.
special, yes. So, and then I had a lot of family and friends. Everybody wanted to touch flowers and play with them. And they would just come and hang out. It was a party, a feast, and we would just make stuff. It was so much fun, yes.
Yeah. So then,
Yeah.
but you said you stopped doing that when you had your 3rd child.
I had my 3rd child. I was pregnant 5 months, and then things weren't going too well with the pregnancy. I got really scared, so I dropped everything cold turkey.
Yeah,
It's not worth it for me. It
No.
wasn't worth it for me.
I also went on
Yes.
bed rest with my 3rd.
Yes.
And I also stopped working for quite some time after my 3rd.
Yes.
What is it about that 3rd? Somehow, with 2 kids, right?
I think you get older.
I don't know. I think at least with 2 kids, right? You have one hand and then the other. And then with the 3rd, it's like, whoops,
Yeah.
you somehow run out of hands. Am
Yes.
I right?
Yeah, absolutely. You're right on. Yes.
Yeah.
But they are amazing, the 3rd child.
That's right. You wouldn't do it any other way.
No other way. Yes.
But you're still such a creative person. So you have 3 children at home.
Yes.
You pretty much gave up your floral business.
Yes.
And then when did you start doing
And
this?
then I showed so much interest in food because that's all I had at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Then I started playing around with my food, making them visually beautiful, pretty. I picked up bread. I got a book, how to make sourdough bread. Then I picked that up, and I was just adamant. It took me a year to master it. And
It would take me 10 years. I mean, that's
But I was so adamant. It's like I lose sleep until I know how to do it right. Same with
Wow.
pasta and everything else. And
Well, I'm an Italian girl, so I know
Yes.
quite a bit about pasta, and I have to say, I've never quite seen anything like this. Can we maybe show that video where you're actually, what are you doing here? You're making the dough?
I'm making here is a basic pasta dough. Yes, so on Instagram, I try to put very short videos showing you how to make pasta.
They're
'Cause
brilliant.
I
Now-
love to inspire people.
Now, this is
Yes.
the flour you get from where?
Well, flour, nowadays you can order everything off of Amazon. So I order the 00 Caputo flour from Amazon. And this flour comes from Italy, from Sicily. So
I told you my son also does
Yeah, 'cause-
this.
yes.
And he's my middle son, and he's phenomenal cook, and he does the same. Also ordered it from Italy.
Yes.
And he made us,
There you go.
Christmas dinner. And he said,
Beautiful.
no, we have to order it. So he
Yes.
wouldn't cook anything until it came in from Italy.
because it has such a beautiful texture, smooth, it melts in your mouth. And I think it's easier to digest the grain from back there than here. So that's
I'm
me.
absolutely certain of it. Yeah.
That's me, yeah.
So you were making that, and then we have another video here. Let's see what else you got here.
This is a fun pasta. Making flower patterns in the pasta. You see, I have a flat sheet. I'll cover the one with the pattern.
Oh, so you cover it.
And yes, do you see how that works?
So what you did is you
This is all pasta.
almost like a cookie cutter.
Exactly.
You cut it out, and then the
Yes.
second one you put over it. I see.
You see, and then the way I glue the pasta together is with water. Just
With water.
a tab of water, not too much. And then I run it through my pasta machine, you see.
Yes.
And when it comes
Oh.
out, it just creates its own kind of, it stretches out the flowers. It's really fun to see.
That to me is so out.
Isn't that fun to do with your kids and your friends when they come over? Everybody just loves it. It's just so great.
Do you do lessons in your home for, friends or moms?
This thing exploded, pasta. And friends, having strange people in your house is not my forte.
No.
Not too crazy
That's not
about
who
it.
you are.
But I love teaching. And so friends of friends, people that know people, like my brother's friends, they got a group of 8 people together. They came over. We did like a Tuscany day. We did pasta. We sat down, drank wine, and it was beautiful. So I do classes like that. I've done about, 6, 7 of them at the house.
That's a lot of fun.
They've been a lot of
it has
fun.
to be with people
Yes.
that, honestly,
And then-
even my own show.
Yes.
I rarely have strangers on. It's usually through someone I know and they have a friend. and
Yes.
Some of them are very well known people, some of them are not. But it's
Yes.
always through some sort of connection.
Yes.
And then I just sort of feel the interview a little better. So I know what you mean.
Yes.
I know
Yeah,
exactly what you mean.
Absolutely.
But I'd love to be included because I would love to
Oh,
learn.
please do.
If I might, because
Yes. Oh my
It's-
gosh, bring your son.
he would really love that.
Oh my gosh, that would
He
be
would
awesome.
really, what a neat birthday gift for him or something. So I know you live across the street from my friend who also enjoys cooking and
Joanne,
just has a cookbook out now.
She
right?
does. Joanne was the one that started me with pasta. She's
She
like,
did?
Fiona, come to my house. I want to teach you how to make pasta. But we both got so busy. And,
Really?
And it never happened. And the pasta was in my head because of Joanne. I went and online and watched the video and
You
started
did?
doing it. I'm like, Joanne, I can do this.
Well, her book, The Chef of Greenwich Village,
Oh, it's
talks
amazing
about her
book.
father,
Amazing book.
coming
Yes.
here from Italy and then
Yes.
opening 1 and then 2 restaurants and
Yes.
the love that they have as a family for cooking and
Yes.
what it means to them. I have to tell you, it adds so much to a family. You said you do Sunday dinners, right?
Yes.
I
Sunday
grew up-
lunch all day from 2:00 onwards. Yes.
I often wonder, and I'm being quite sincere.
Yeah.
I come from a family. My mother and father were tremendous cooks, and my sister's a very good cook, and my cousins and my aunts. For some reason, it went right over my head, and I would do it, and everything would spill on the floor, and something. And my mom would say, "Oh, leave the kitchen," and I never really took to it.
Yes.
But it's so important because when you cook, people come around, your friends, your family
Yes.
mostly.
Yes.
It's not the same as ordering or even if someone else cooking for you. It's not the same,
Yes.
right?
No, you could have the most luxurious living room.
Ugh.
But guess where everybody hangs out all
The
the
kitchen.
time? The kitchen. Yes, over the counter.
But
yeah.
but family recipes, I think, are way more
Yes.
important than if someone even caters it for you, don't you?
Oh, I never do catering. I don't want to serve my guests catering food. I'm not against it, but I love to,
Oh, absolutely.
cook and entertain.
Well, that's why now that my son is old enough, he said, "Mom, I'll do the cooking for Christmas because
Nice.
he knew that I would do a little bit of catering, a little bit of me, a
Doesn't
little
that
bit
make
of
it a lot warmer and nicer?
It was wonderful, but
Yes.
even he was like, "Get out of the kitchen, Mom." And I'm like, "No, I really want to learn. Maybe
Deborah, I'm going to teach
Would you?
Yes,
I'm quite
gonna
sincere.
teach you.
I want to be able to
Yes.
focus on it
Yes,
and take my time
yes.
and learn how to do it right.
I'm there. I'm
Yeah.
there for you. Yes.
So, how did you inspire yourself to even, I don't know, put different ingredients? Is it color that motivates you? Like, what is it that inspires you as you're cooking?
I really do cook towards the healthier side of everything. So I think that was number one, to make it a little bit healthier. And then the colors looked really pretty. Then, just playing around with it. And then looking at Instagram, all the amazing chefs out there, you see the colors, the vibrant things they use. It's just so inspirational.
We just had some
Yes.
pasta up at that one. And you have it here as well, the blue
Yes.
and the orange. But how do you, for those of us who don't, quite understand, how do you incorporate the color and everything into the flour?
So what you do, I use eggs in my pasta. So what I do, I put it in a blender with the eggs.
I see. Okay.
It blends in together, say the roasted beets with the eggs. I put it in the blender. It blends into a puree, and then I work it into the dough.
And then you work it into the dough.
Yes.
That's so brilliant.
Yes.
Tell me again what the
It
blue
really-
is. What is this?
The blue is spirulina. I use egg white with this because you put yellow with blue.
It would change the color.
change
Yeah.
the color. So
How
some
smart.
colors.
I mean, it's really you
it's
learn, because I imagine
trial and error. I did
Yeah.
make a lot of bad pastas too, but just
don't
keep
believe you.
practicing.
and this is the beet, right? This one is the beet.
This is actually, I didn't make beet today. This is dragon fruit.
Oh,
Isn't that pretty?
where do you get a lot of your vegetables and fruits and
Well, the superfood powders I get from Amazon.
Oh.
There's a whole bunch of them. Great price, easy. And the vegetables like the parsley and all that, you just buy
at the local
at
market?
the local market.
Is this charcoal?
That's the activated charcoal. It's really good for hangovers. And
Got a hangover? Have some of Fiona's pasta.
yeah, you eat
Wow.
carb and activated charcoal. Perfect.
Wow. No, a lot of
combination.
people say, "Oh my gosh, pasta can make you fat," but that's not true, right?
No,
Let's talk
no.
about that.
No, I eat pasta. It's how much you eat.
And look
of
at you.
what you eat. We eat, my poor husband eating pasta pretty much every night. But he loves it. I just play around with the ingredients, make it healthy.
Look at that there. If we can pop that one up.
That was a Christmas one.
How did you do
Yes.
that? Come on, with the stripes on your ravioli. Again, same thing.
Same
was it
thing
layers?
as you saw the flour, yes.
So you
kind of
layered-
cut out the different things and you run it through the pasta machine. If you look, I've tried to put a lot of videos in there for you to inspire you to do it, kind of see.
Do we have one, Kurt, where it was like she put that one? Let's run that. If we ran it already, we could run it again. But there you go.
Yeah, this is
See
it.
how she did that?
You do see that? Yes. And
So you already made the
once
pasta.
you see, you kind of visualize what's going to come out.
How long would something like this take you?
Not too long once you get a hang of it. Not too long at all. But at the beginning, it's just more therapeutical, more than anything. I'm having a bad day, I just go make pasta. And everything's
Wow,
okay, Deborah.
when I have a bad day, I just go eat pasta. So how
Yeah.
beautiful that is.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's just so pretty, and you serve your guests with it. They're like, wow. Did that take you all day? No, it didn't. Maybe a couple hours.
That's because it's you, Fiona. But I imagine with trial and error,
Yes,
while it
practice.
looks tough, I think with a little practice and some good equipment, right? What
Yes.
kind do you use? Because you have a pasta
seriously,
machine.
Deborah, you can pasta machines are online. Amazon. You can get one for $40. It would do the same thing. $40-$50. Yeah, it would do the same thing. Make you a beautiful pasta sheet. Or if you can't do that, just do it with a roller. That's how I used to make pasta in the old days, right?
Wow. Yeah.
With a
That's how my
rolling
family
pin.
did it.
With a
Oh,
rolling
believe
pin.
me, I remember.
Yes.
Every Saturday and Sunday.
Yes.
My grandmother's, my mom, and my dad, because my dad loved it. He would
Yes.
love making the sauce. That was his big thing.
Yes.
Men love to cook in my culture.
And
the
they are
Italian culture.
good cooks.
Oh, they're fantastic.
Our culture too. They
Yeah.
love cooking, and they're very good cooks. A little
Now-
messy though, but good cooks.
Yeah, they're messier, but
Yes.
they're okay.
Yeah.
So you're really all the sensation on many social media. Tasty, BuzzFeed,
Yes.
big time on BuzzFeed, right? What happened with you over on BuzzFeed? They
You
start showing
know,
your
they-
videos and that's it.
Yes,
You
they
exploded.
I know. I thought I forgot that they emailed me saying that, do we have permission to do your video? It was such a funny story.
So what happened?
And then I said, yeah, sure. And I didn't think about it much. I'm not a social media person at all. So I moved my daughter to New York. I come back 2 weeks later, and I look at my Instagram. It's going up like hundreds in matter of minutes.
Wow.
I'm like thousands, and I'm calling around. What happened to my social media? And I thought
wish
that
that would
was
happen
being
to
hacked.
me.
I thought I was being hacked.
This is so funny. But all because BuzzFeed ran your videos.
Ran the video, and I hit like 10,000 in the first day or so.
Hey, BuzzFeed, you can run mine anytime you want.
Yes.
Okay.
They're very good. Yes.
Oh, no, yeah, they know their good stuff too.
Yeah, and then
Wow.
other social media picked my through in Europe. I think London. I don't know. I lost count. And
Do they pay you for this? How does that work?
I'm not. Maybe they should, but I'm not after that. I just want to be exposed and inspire people.
Yeah, well,
yes,
certainly
and
now.
whatever comes out of it,
So
I'll be happy.
do you send them your videos now, or do they take it off of your Instagram?
They just take it. They ask me for permission, and I'm like, yes, sure, go ahead.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yes.
So where do
Why not?
you get response from? Like probably are all
Oh
around
my
the world.
gosh,
Tell me about
I
it.
get I love my responses, by
Yeah.
the way. I get from Brazil, I got some. They're all sending me good luck today, which was so sweet. Or I love all the
Oh, that's so cool.
feedbacks that I get, and that's why I go and create more, because that's my reward.
Oh, that's quite. Are you
love
ever
it.
invited to go, cooking in some of these countries? Because you're really.
Yes.
Really? Tell me.
Somebody wanted to marry me, actually.
Tell me about it. Oh my God.
Yeah, he sent me flowers, a ring. I hope he's not listening, but he knows I'm married.
She's taken. I'm so sorry
Yeah,
about that.
it's-
But we
but it's
appreciate the
sweet.
gesture,
It's
right?
Sweet. It's sweet.
I never
Yeah.
get that. Here, I'll send him over to me. That's very exciting.
Yeah, I mean, the responses are really fun to read and
Where are you hoping this takes you? Because out of your beautiful Malibu kitchen, every Sunday, and probably every Sunday you have Family and Friends Day, right?
Yes.
Starts in the afternoon and just keeps going until everybody's tired.
keeps going. Yes,
But during the week, you cook for your family.
yes.
And do you ever, I don't know, are you ever asked to host parties for people in their homes, or that's just not your interest?
That's not my interest,
Wow.
Deborah. I have been asked to cater, to do different things, but that's not my interest. Would be in inspiring, teaching. I have found out how much I love teaching. Pepperdine invited me over.
Oh, how
And
lovely.
I know that was, I'm like, wow, I really love teaching. So it was really fun.
So was it a one-time class that you did?
It was a one-time class.
What
that
was it?
they-
What was the name of it?
They named it Fiona's Advanced Pasta Class.
That is so cool.
I know, that was very cool.
Was
yeah.
that like an evening thing? Because I'd go.
It was an evening thing, but it was for their faculty. All different kind of people showed up,
Oh, wow.
So it was really fun to show them how to make pasta and do all kind of things. So hopefully this will take me to that route, writing a book and teaching more.
Well, clearly writing a book. And I know you're on Instagram, but do you ever post these on your own YouTube channel as well? That's
I don't
easy to
have
do.
one yet.
Oh, Fiona, please.
Actually, I do, but I'm not working on it. I'm just so busy creating and just having fun.
But honestly,
I-
as easy as it is to put on the Instagram,
Yes.
just start your own little YouTube and pop it over there too. It's really just 1 minute.
Yeah.
You don't have to do anything special. Just whatever
Yes.
you put on one, you could put on the other.
I need
Because
to.
that's another big reach for you too.
Another big reach. Yes. yes
Like I need to
will.
tell her, right? Like
I
like I have to
will.
tell her what to do.
I'm so busy standing behind the counter just creating.
How many
rather
hours a
than-
day?
rather than, well, I have to do my morning workout. Mornings are for me.
Okay, so mornings are for you. That's how you
Mornings
keep
are
your
for
gorgeous
me.
figure. What do you do? Do you do yoga, running? What do you do?
I do all kind of different things. I do yoga, Pilates. I do, weights, everything, different things. Keep it going.
I'm going to back it way up. So,
Yes.
you born in Iran,
Yes.
9 years. What do you remember most about your time there?
When I was 9 when I left Iran.
Yeah.
I remember very little. I remember
Really?
the revolution, actually. The bad, you always remember the bad part of it. So, but coming, yeah, and the family and the house, but everything's so vivid, not too much.
But much of your family came here.
Most of them, all my immediate family came.
And where did they first come to? California?
No, we were in England. We went to England
Right,
first.
England, I meant to say. Okay,
Yes,
so
and we
you were
went
there.
to school there, and then after my college, I moved here for
You
work.
did. What about the rest of the family?
Well, I was the only girl in the family. I have 3 brothers, the girls. So wherever I went, everybody else went.
Oh, isn't that wonderful? But you came straight to California, or did you go somewhere else?
Yes, LA.
Why
Yes.
LA? Was that just like,
Because
wow?
we used to come vacation here. It was
So you knew it.
sunny. Yes, yes.
You knew it.
I knew it. Yes.
And then, of course, after you met your husband, 3 months later, there you were.
Yes.
And 3 children later. Wow.
Yeah.
Now, does cooking run in the family, or clearly this?
Yes, my dad is a great cook. He's a fantastic cook. And I just always knew that whenever he cooked, he loves making the kebabs. And whenever he did the kebabs, the house was full and it was a party. Homemade cooking was a party day. So I think that always got implanted in me,
Who cleans up?
Mom.
You?
Oh, in my house?
Yes.
Oh,
That's
on
the worst
Sundays, everybody cleans up.
Okay. See, when I
Everybody's
cook,
washing dishes. It's a
same in my
everybody.
household growing up, we all
Yes.
had to do something. It was like a little assembly line.
Exactly.
But when I cook at home, everybody takes off. I'm like, wait a minute. I can't do this myself. And off they
Good.
go. And I'm like,
Yes.
that's not right.
No,
So-
it's too much.
Yeah,
It's
I
too
think
much.
so. You just need a lot of people around.
Yes. Yeah.
So what is your big dream? So you do this, you're posting your videos, you have lots of responses from people. You want to write a book.
I do want to write a book. Yes, I do want to teach. I don't know. I don't. I'm just
A show? Remember, I told
everything-
you I put a promo for us, and the gentleman
Oh, that would
who
be
was
a
on.
dream.
I'm telling you, he
That would be a
beat
dream.
Bobby Flay.
Wow.
He responded on our
Amazing.
Facebook, on my
Amazing.
professional Facebook, and I thought,
Amazing.
oh, this is pretty good. He was very
Amazing.
excited about watching this. So,
Oh my gosh! Thank you.
Yeah. So
No, I would love to be on a cooking show.
Really?
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing. Yes.
really.
Yes.
So
But
I think that's an attainable goal for you, Fiona. I really do. I mean, this
Yes.
is very unique.
everything is just happening organically, Deborah.
Yeah.
It's just so sweet and so nice.
Wow.
I'm in a happy place. I'm in a good place with this.
What else do you do when you're not cooking? What do you love to do?
Gardening. I do love my garden. I love gardening.
Vegetables or flowers, or what do you grow?
Flowers and trees, vegetables, everything. I have a huge yard.
They're alive. Don't you feel like they have? It's going to sound
Yeah.
a little weird, but
Yes.
their own little personalities.
Oh, yeah.
Every flower and every vegetable, they look different from the next one.
Yes, we have a huge mulberry tree. And when it's mulberry season, everybody comes and you hold a blanket under it, they shake the tree, and thousands of mulberries are on it.
Wow.
So it's like they take it, and then we have passion fruit, thousands of passion fruits.
What a
come
lively
out, and
household, I tell you.
so
That's
it's-
amazing.
It's fun. It's good. It's good.
And you live in Malibu, where you're right by the fresh air there and
The
the
fresh
sea. Because
air,
I know where you
yes.
live. I won't give it
Yes.
away, but you're over in Malibu. So what
Yes.
could go wrong? That's incredible.
Yeah, me and my husband, we build everything from scratch,
Including your home.
including our home. Yes, we
I did
a
that.
lo-
Yeah,
Yes.
I can build a home.
We started with basically nothing, and and got to here. So we love everything that we have, and we love sharing it with everyone too.
What would you like to say to people who might even be struggling? Because I see that whatever you do, you have great passion for and
That is the most important.
gratitude.
Yes.
Would you say it's because you put your hands in everything, literally? Like you're part of everything you do?
You are, and then this is something I always tell my kids: love what you do first.
Yeah.
Don't go after the money. Don't get greedy. Things will work out at the end. But make sure you love what you do.
Wow.
And it's worked for us. It's worked for my husband and for me. And yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about your travels.
Yes.
You're also an adventure traveler. I am as well, so I love that
Nice.
spirit. Oh, big time. I'll
Nice.
just pick a place and go anywhere. And I'm usually someone who can walk anywhere, but I have an injury, so it's been a little difficult.
Oh.
But you recently, where were you?
We did Tour Mont Blanc. We've done few fun adventures, which I love to do once a year with the kids.
Isn't it we do the same thing with the
Yes.
kids, and we pick a place. We actually have a family meeting and say,
Nice.
where would you like to go? Wherever that might be.
Nice.
I'm also not one I don't really enjoy super fancy spa hotels. I prefer that they're a little more, not really rustic, but a little more where the locals run it,
Which I love because the kids need to see that.
Yeah.
Yes, it's
Oh,
important.
yeah. And people will always
Yes.
recommend their fancy hotels, which is lovely.
Yeah.
But I prefer one, and it could be fancy, that's okay.
Yes.
But run by local people.
Absolutely, I'm with you.
What's
Yeah.
one of your most favorite? I read that you hiked 110
10
miles?
miles. That was my favorite.
That
so
would have been
far.
mine too. That would
Yes.
have been mine too.
We
Where
went
was
through
that?
3 countries around the Alps. So we started.
Sounds like the sound of music. Right. You go up in the Alps. Hello.
Oh, it was just like Sound of Music. It was
Yeah.
incredible. So we backpacked. We carried everything we had.
That's the only way. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, and we stayed at these beautiful refugios up in the mountain, and they would deliver food with helicopters and take
Oh.
out the trash. It was incredible. You're in the middle of this magical place.
So many ways
So-
to do things. Right?
So many things. 3 different countries. I highly recommend it. We went Switzerland, France, and Italy.
Who was in charge of that?
I was. It took me 2 months to plan it all. Yeah, you have to book everything in advance.
Yeah.
Different language through email. They're all privately owned.
Right.
Little places.
Small.
Small.
They're
It's
small.
hard to communicate. But I planned it all, and we take some friends and all the
Oh,
kids.
that's extraordinary.
All the kids come. I mean, and you spend, money wise, you can't put a price on it.
Nope,
But
ever.
really, it's a very cheap trip.
we always like to pick, now that my kids
Yeah.
are a little older, they're teenagers and early 20s, it's a little difficult, right? Because they're in school and studying and one
I
is
know,
here.
I
But
know.
we always try and do one every year. And I'll tell you,
Yes.
you'll appreciate this. Last year,
Yeah.
we went back to meet all of my relatives in Italy that I never knew before.
Wow.
And it was an extraordinary experience. And the minute I met
Wow.
them, they came to
You
meet
connected.
me. It was my family, and it was an instant connection. So,
Oh, isn't that amazing?
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Do you have any family
trip.
back in Iran?
Yes, I do. And I went back 22 years ago for the first time.
How was that?
It was like the moment I stepped out of the plane, although I was 9, I went. The moment I stepped out of the plane, I'm like, oh, wow. It was an incredible feeling. I'm like, this feels like home. It's weird.
Because it is your home.
Yeah,
I
because
believe
it
in that
was.
connection. I believe
yeah,
in that.
it
It's
was
beautiful.
so strong, so powerful.
Did you cook for them?
No, they cooked for me.
Oh, Fiona, this is so exciting. And
Uh-huh.
I'm very grateful because she brought me lunch.
It's a bit cold,
Wait, this is
but-
what she said. She said, it's going to be cold. I said, I don't care. Just bring it. I'll eat it.
Yeah, she's
It's-
eating.
It's beautiful. So I want to
Oh,
thank you
glad.
so much. Now, tell people how they can find you, how they can find your recipes, your videos, please.
Oh, please go on Instagram, Cooking with Fiona.
Very easy to remember.
Yeah, Cooking with Fiona on Instagram. And I'll try to inspire you as much as I can, making pasta. And I do make other things as well. I make cookies. I make
Yeah, I forgot.
dishes. I
you
make
don't just make
Persian
pasta.
dishes.
You do meats as well.
I do meats, I do pizzas. I'll try to show a variety of things. But pasta seems to be everybody's favorite. They
Well, it's
just wanna
beautiful. It's
see
easy
a lot
to
of
eat.
it.
Yeah. Tell me. Okay, you're right about that. Tell me some of your other favorite foods to make, and we'll end on that cookie video you have. But what else do you love to make? Any good Persian dishes?
Oh yeah, my husband is a big fan of Persian dishes.
Yeah.
So the tadik, the crunchy rice. So there's so many different varieties of Persian dishes.
What
That-
meats do you like to cook?
I love to cook with chicken.
You do. It's easy.
It's easy.
So
It's
much you could do with
fast.
chicken.
It's fast. I'm a big believer in fast, quick, healthy food.
Right. It doesn't have to be complicated or.
No, I do change Persian food around a little bit as well, to a healthier version. Like the rice, I replace it with quinoa. So a little bit tricks here and
Yeah,
there
to
that I
be-
try to post as much as I can.
Healthy and beautiful.
Yes,
With a
beautiful.
lot of love in there. With your
Yeah,
hands.
visual effects are so important. It's got to look pretty before you eat it.
What are you serving tonight, Fiona?
I don't know. See, I don't know until I go in the kitchen.
Wow. Because
And
you're
then-
an artist, Fiona.
And then things just come to me.
Do you
Yeah.
paint?
No, I've never painted.
You should try your hand at that. I have a feeling, and I think an artist is an artist.
I don't have
You're-
time, Deborah. I'm making pasta.
Well, you're taking beautiful
Yeah,
photos of it. That's an artist.
thank you.
Thank you so much. You've inspired
you.
me, and I'm
Yeah.
very sincere. If there's any way that I could come one day when you have friends.
Oh my gosh, I would love to.
I'd love to come to your Sunday. That would actually be a lot of fun. But also,
yeah.
I'd love to learn a little bit of how you do it.
Yes.
I'm a slow learner when it comes to cooking. You have to be patient with me. But I
I
think
am.
you would be very good to teach me. I really do. You
Yes.
wouldn't throw me out of your kitchen, right?
Oh, absolutely not. No,
Thank you. Now,
never.
why don't we end on this beautiful video? Now, what are we looking at here? How did you make these cookies?
These are sugar cookies that just fresh. I'm showing you. I put almond flour. So here's what I did. And instead of putting 2 cups of flour,
Yeah.
I substitute 1 cup with almond flour. That would give it more protein. It kind of gives it
Isn't
to a
that great?
healthier side. And, the flavor, it just melts in your mouth. And just to make it pretty, I put the flowers in there. And,
Wow.
do you
So we're
see?
describing it for our friends who are listening to the podcast and not
That's
watching.
right. So
right now
in
you're
the
rolling it out.
description, I give the recipe
Yeah.
and I give a briefly, what temperature to put it in and what to do. And usually, if people are making it, they have questions, they DM me, and
Mm-hmm.
I every morning I'm answering everybody's question. I
Isn't
try
that
to
the great-
answer everybody's question as much as I can.
And I know people can't see
Yeah.
it if they're just listening, but
Yes.
for those who can see it, what are you putting on top of the dough there? What is that?
These are fresh flowers, edible
Oh.
flowers, pansies, and then the green are sage, I believe. Yes.
Isn't
They're
that
sage. They're all
beautiful?
out of the garden.
And they're out
Yes.
of your garden.
Yeah, I put those in my pasta as well. I incorporate those in the pasta. I mean, it's called pansies are in season. You can buy them, grow them, and then just
Wow,
put
and there
them
you
in.
go.
Yeah.
And they're edible.
Yes, they're edible. Yes.
Isn't that
Everything's edible.
beautiful?
I know. It's nice.
Oh, Fiona, thank you so much for joining us. You've inspired me quite a bit. And you're a lovely lady, too.
Oh, thank you.
You really are a lovely lady.
You are too.
Thank you so
So
much.
nice to talk to you.
You
Yeah,
too. It's
so
been a lot of
easy.
fun.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Hoping that I learn, and when I do, I'm going to report back to you on what she's taught me. So even just one, I want to learn how you do the one where you layer on top of layer,
Yes.
where you end up with a pasta that's like this.
But we're going to start with the basic pasta dough.
We are? Okay.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
And then we'll move on.
And then we'll
Yeah.
report back to you. So in fact,
Yes.
we'll take some video from your house too.
Oh my gosh, that would be fun.
Anyway, everybody, thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us on Facebook Live. We are also on YouTube. We are also posting our videos on Instagram. And for those of you who listen to your podcasts, we're on the iHeartRadio, we're on Apple Podcasts, Spreaker, just honestly about anywhere that you watch and listen to your podcast, you'll find us. So I want to thank you very, very much for joining us today, Cooking with Fiona. Please look her up on Instagram and look us up, Deborah Kobylt Live as well. Thanks so much for being here, and we'll see you next time. Bye.